Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you have been following the Australian Kangaroos stories like me, trying to figure out who's going to be in the starting lineup for tomorrow morning's game against Lebanon, then you probably have one of the all-time headaches. But Mal Meninga, after naming a team that turned out to be wrong, we finally have his 1-17, his best starting 17, minus some injuries that we will get to. So maybe things will change for the game against the Kiwis, but he has said all along that once we get to finals, he was going to pick his best starting 13, his best bench, and here we are. So we're going to get straight into it. We're going to dissect it, and I'm going to let you know my thoughts. And even at the end, if you're good, by smashing that like button, subscribing, and commenting, I'll give you my 1-17. So do what I just said. Smash that like button if you're going to enjoy this video, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Rugby League World Cup finals are coming, and if you don't want to sit through an entire game of 50-0, then make sure you subscribe, and then I'll let you know what happens. Also, comment your thoughts down below. Do you agree with the team Mal chose? Do you agree with the opinions I make in this video? Let me know in that comment section. That's what it's for. So let's get straight into the video. And I will guess that we start by talking about what has been the biggest debate since COVID shut down international footy. Mal has settled on DCE for about a few hours, and then he's backflipped. He named DCE to start, but no, Nathan Cleary, it has been confirmed that he will be the starting halfback for the Kangaroos. And you know what? Full credit to Cleary. I'm going to act as if I know him, but I don't. But I am proud of Cleary. I mean, he's had the most dominant 3-year period. I think if it's any other position but halfback, or maybe fullback if it's not Tedesco, that you can make the argument. But like, full credit to Cherry. Like, that's what I have to say. Like, the fact Cleary has had maybe the most dominant period from a player we have ever seen, and DCE was still named at halfback originally, shows how good he has been. But I can't be mad. I mean, Cleary, he's so good. He's unreal. He's going to be so good for Munster in a couple games. I can't wait to see what they're going to be like. You know, Cleary and Munster have been dreaming out for a while. They've been the two key men for their respective origin sides for the past few series. We finally get to see them play together, and that is what the Origin series is for. So yeah, I'm stoked for Cleary. I'm not going to go over too much because I sort of spoke about this halfback debate in my most previous video. It's in the top right. Go check it out. But yeah, super proud of Cleary. Can't wait to see what he can do in that starting halfback jersey. I am worried, but I feel like him or DCE, they've been thrown under the bus. If we lose to New Zealand, or we lose the final, if we don't win the World Cup, Cherry or Cleary, whoever's going to get picked is going to be the scapegoat. But DCE, he'll still be in the side because in what may be one of the biggest shocks in this team, he has been named on the bench because Harry Grant will be the starting 9. Ben Hunt has not been selected. I think we all thought post-Origin that Mal was just going to copy the Queensland formula, starting Ben Hunt, bringing Harry Grant on, and then running Ben Hunt as the utility. But no, Mal, he wants DCE in that side, which is kind of surprising. I mean, when DCE wasn't named vice-captain, when Murray and Yeo were, we sort of thought that was the inkling that Cherry Evans wasn't going to be picked. I mean, half the reason we thought he might start a halfback was because we thought he was going to be the Australian captain, and he didn't even get a VC. So I'm surprised to see him in the side on the bench. Look, fine. But, you know, when was the last time he came off the bench? You got someone like Ben Hunt who is almost a better 9 than he is halfback. He's proven for Queensland that how good he has been as a utility and how he can play a game making an immediate impact off the bench. I'm not sure if DC is the right answer, and look, would I have him in there if I'm picking Cleary at halfback? Probably not. Munster and Tedesco, they're probably the two obvious ones. Harry Grant, RL season, so I can't wait to see them in action. Definitely the best spine. Like, I love New Zealand, and I think on their day they could probably beat them. But this is the more shocking one. Cameron Murray will start at lock over Isaiah Yeo. Now, love Cameron Murray. Think he's one of the best locks in the competition. Maybe if he was at Penrith, he would undoubtedly be. But Isaiah Yeo, like, he's been one of the best players in the comp. He's been the best forward in the competition over the past 2 seasons. Freddie Fittler, for all his criticisms that he copped this year, he figured it out. Cameron Murray is a great second rower. Look, there's a reason why Wayne Bennett tried him there at the start of 2021. I think that's the play, especially if you can have Cleary. If you have Cherry Evans in there, maybe I get it, because Cherry and Murray seemed to have been playing more footy together, but come on, man. You can't be serious. Like, I get it. Mal's forgotten more about Test footy than I'll ever know. Shouts Rugby League Guru. But they figured it out. Murray's a beast at the second row. His combination with Cleary is awesome. Isaiah Yeo is the most arguably important player of Penrith. We saw how much they struggled without Yeo compared to how much they struggled without Cleary. I'm not saying Yeo's better than Cleary, but the lock is so important. And you're really going to chuck the best one out on an edge? Look, I get it. No, I don't. I don't get it. I really don't. I would have Yeo at lock, Murray second row. I don't know why we didn't just rock with that, but that is the predicament we've gotten ourselves in. I don't get it. I really don't. Yeo's the best lock in the comp. Murray has proven how good he is as a second rower. Just do that, Mal. And if you got Cleary in there, what? Oh, whatever. Jake and Tino, they're going to be starting the front rowers over Carrigan, Collins, Cotter, and Regan Campbell-Gillard, who granted does have a cork injury. Smart decision. I think Tino has proven that he is the prop. Love Jakey. I think Jakey will be there for 20 minutes, just getting through the shit work. And then I think it'll be, it'll be similar to his Origin 1 2021 performance. I don't think he'll be doing what he did in Origin this year. Jakey, he's the bone rattler. Tino, he's the meter eater. And then we'll get to the bench in a minute. But Carrigan and Cotter, sort of the same thing. Carrigan's your meter eater, your ball player. And then Cotter's your tackle breaking machine. Jakey is also one of the best ball playing forwards in the competition over Tino as well. So, look, that'd be the front row I'd pick. So I'm glad to see that. Look, is it as good as New Zealand's? Nah. This is where I can confidently say that I think New Zealand have the upper hand. But Jake and Tino, Collins and Cotter, I think that was the right decision for Mal. The backs, this is probably the least controversial one. Personally, as much as Campbell Graham has been great, I would still have Jack Whiten over there. I'd have Val on the wing. That'd be how I rock it. Campbell Graham has played himself into that right wing role, and you know what? I'm glad to see it, because this side is pretty similar to what we thought Mal would pick, but Campbell Graham has managed to play himself in there. If Turbo or Latrell go down next year, Campbell Graham's got to be the next one up. He was probably the best center in the finals series. He is an amazing defender, and maybe, they had some problems on the wing last year, South, till you chuck Graham back there, because I tell you, he's a great center, but he may be the best winger in the comp. Latrell and Fox, no, nothing to say there. Nothing to say there. Moving on to the bench, 2 utilities, DCE and Whiten. Maybe I get it, but, is Whiten just going to be there to cover back row and out, the back line? If he's a utility, don't pick DCE. But even if they picked Whiten and Hunt, I'd be confused. But no. He's picked DCE and Whiten. If you want Whiten in the team and you want DCE in the team, then they're starting. They're not together on the bench. Because Liam Martin, Jeremiah Nanai, they could play the Jack Whiten role. So if you want Whiten there, he's a utility. I don't get it. Maybe this isn't the best team, but Mal has pretty much said that this is the best side. So I guess we will see. 2 props, so I guess Yeo, Murray and Angus Crichton are going to be playing 80, and I'm all for that. But in case an injury goes down, would I rather Jack Whiten at second row over Liam Martin or Jeremiah Nanai? No, I wouldn't. And speaking of those boys, Ben Hunt, Nanai, RCG, Martin, and Matty Burton are probably the biggest ones to miss out. Of that, I think Hunt's easily the most surprising. I think we all sort of really just thought that they were just going to rock the 2 Queensland thing, the 2 Queensland dummy half rotation. Nanai, I thought that was surprising. He did get man of the match in the most recent game, which was, whatever. But he's not in there. And Matty and Liam Martin, you want to carry 2 utilities as if you're not going to put Nanai or Martin in there. RCG, maybe he gets a spot. I don't think he will, but he did only play 1 pool match, and I think Mal might just be resting him with a cork. He's made that pretty public, so maybe he will come back in. Matty Burton, love him. Future, maybe number 6, but at the moment, just no room for him. So overall, I do think it's still the strongest side in the competition. I'm happy for all the boys that got picked. Happy for Cleary. I do have some major questions, but I do think that Australia will still win. Here is my 1-17 though, Mal, just in case we don't do too well against Lebanon and you want to listen to the greatest rugby league mind of all time. Side, I've gone Jack White and Valentine Holmes. The halves are Munster and DCE. The front row is Jake, Ben Hunt and Tina Fasoma Malawi. The back row is Angus Crichton on the left, Cameron Murray on the right, and the best lock, Isaiah Yeo at lock. Surprise, surprise. On the bench, Harry Grant. What are my thoughts on this Australian best 17, I guess we'll call it? The best lineup we have until maybe Mal goes, you know what? Let's change it all up for New Zealand. Because I'm getting confused at this point. The jersey numbers have already thrown me off. They really bottled this World Cup. But hopefully, you know, we can only learn for the next one. Hopefully with finals around the corner, there's some good games coming. Samoa Tonga will be a blast. So keep up with all your Rugby League World Cup content by subscribing to the channel. We love our footy around here. We love our Aussie sport. So smash that subscribe button. Also, smash that like button. Smash 2 buttons. Smash it if you enjoyed this video. Comment your thoughts. Am I an idiot? Is Mal an idiot? In that comment section down below. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see ya in the next one.